Welcome everyone to the quick overview of the beta patch 1.7.2. We've been asking for this the last couple of weeks. Let's continue. So, start off for the single player. We got a bunch of fixes and crashes. Fantastic. For performance, we got optimization across the game, from overall memory usage, game menus, all that. Should also, since it's optimization, should reduce more crashes in general. Some more bug fixes, localization for addition for content. Added 5 new cape pieces, 4 new body armor pieces, and adjusted human body models, and the rest are bug fixes. So we have a little bit more stuff. Master crafted gear. Hopefully, maybe it's based off of crafting. Who knows? Animation, just an improvement. For UI, we got added a sorting system for the quests, which is fantastic. Last inventory sort by selection is on track between sessions. Added an equipment set selector, which is encyclopedia troops. Game trinks are now shown. Added the skip all rounds for tournaments. Added recruit all button to the recruit business, which is fantastic. But you can still press shift. Added a secondary map circle notification extension to accommodate larger texts. Added a clear section for troop selection pop up. Feedbacks. Layouts of the settlement overlay, quest screen, crosshair, time management, scoreboard, party screen, etc. Maximum log doubled, or 2.5 increased, and so forth, and extra stuff. And with the UI, more fixes. Battles and sieges, we get plenty of fixes. We added an option under the gameplay tab to allow you to determine in what order in which troops should spawn. Default troops on their position of the roster. High level troops spawn first, low level troops spawn first. Equal ratio. So if you're facing a settlement, if you want to get your catapults do some damage, get your siege engines to the doors, you can send in high level troops to take out some people, or low level fodder. You have more control over who you send in first, or all together at the same time. Character development. Siege engine kills now award engineering XP instead of athletics and throwing. That's good news, I guess, for power leveling sieges, or your siege still in sieges. Total skill gain from trade profit will now be logged once instead of once per transaction. And bug fixing. For clan part, improvements and fixes to campaign map AI. Increase the weight of party priorities. Defense priority will try to defend settlements from raids and sieges and protect their territories. They will not join besiegers/rager armies. Aggressive will try to raid. Okay, that makes sense. So on defense, you defense, attack. Parties are no more likely to raid settlements that are near their territory. This was achieved by tweaking the distance score weighted. Okay, so that makes sense. So if you're attacking Zonica and you own the city beside it, you can attack Zonica. But if you're trying to attack from far over, it's not going to do that, which is great for pushing up and creeping up battle lines. Improved campaign map AI to prevent zig behavior. Fantastic news. Parties that are trying to defend their settlements against besiegers will have a short-term escort behavior to a nearby stronger ally party that has the same defensive behavior. So basically, if a party is 500 and my party is 100, my 100 party will escort the 500 party to the besieger, which is great, actually, and so forth. More bug fixes. Army is improved AI food management, and that will now take into account villages from buying food if they're starving. So if a party is starving and another party isn't starving, the party that's starving will be able to buy food, since the party isn't starving that won't buy all the food. It makes sense. Kings and diplomacy, it's no longer possible to grant a fief that it's an ongoing ownership vote. Straightforward. Economy and trade. Elite caravans are now created from culture-based troop templates. Previous out of random good troops. The elite troop template that is used when creating an elite caravan corresponds to the player's starting culture. So we can have Britannia, or whatever the factions keep forgetting, like a northern, southern, the Azerai based groups for your caravan. For crafting, just updated some pieces. Settlement actions, town, village, castle, and hideouts. It's not possible to ask tavern keepers about available companion candidates, which is good rather than trying to sort them out or use the main screen. Bandit bosses and hideouts now start the fight with their weapons drawn. Okay, and some bug fixes. Quest issues, just some fixes with some quests. That's straightforward. Conversations and encounters. Prisoner interaction. You don't interact with prisoners. You can try to coax prisoners into defecting. It is now possible to ask and talk to prisoners of other parties. So you can have a higher chance, I'm going to assume, talk with normal prisoners. I'm not sure if it's just noble prisoners. If you can talk to normal prisoners, that'd be great. You can get them recruited quickly, and you can get your roguery point up that way. Other, I have no idea where this leads. So let's click on that. Opens up Firefox. For other, equipment and troop changes. Yes. So those who are looking, they have added, I'm going to assume, the armor and stats of different housing grade. Now is 140 bow was 160 and 40 riding was 20. So, for example, for the Empire, they nerfed a bow by 20. And for Khazit Khan's guard, he added a step war bow rather than step recurve bow. So it's just balancing of troops. That makes sense. Okay. Added updated game concepts, added field of view adjustment. Fine. For multiplayer fiends, they added a ranking system, fixed crash fixes, and so forth. You can read that slowly. And for both, you've added fixes, added some extra icons, performance increases for both, animations, combat, and to our lovely modder. Fixed some bugs, and added some more modding and changes. Obviously, can be changed by visiting the forums, assuming they load properly. Yeah, so those who are mods can look at the changes and work more details. Other than that, we're adding a little bit of extra clothing, a little bit of armor, a little bit of capes, adding a lot of bug fixes and a few tweaks and a general rebalance of troops. So this is a pretty decent patch. Not quite what I was personally looking for. I was looking for more actual hard content like sieges and settlements. When you go into an actual town to go to the different traders and such, I was expecting those layouts for sieges, such, or some sort of castle and water, moats, an advancement. But then again, the time period might be different from what I think what they were aiming at. So who knows? Other than that, stay tuned and enjoy. Hopefully, beta 1.7.3 is right around the corner.